Yo, what's good? This is Chef David Olson with Live Fire Republic. We're here in Pueblo, Colorado, and we have an absolutely incredible cook for you here today. We're doing lamb in couscous. Why are we doing lamb and couscous in Colorado? Because this area specifically reminds me of the time we've spent in Northern Africa, more specifically, Morocco. The vistas you see here in the background look exactly like those you'd find at Lake Taker House, just south of Marrakesh in the Atlas Mountains. We're going over live fire. We're building tons of flavor with a homemade rub. You don't want to miss this. Stay hungry. Now you're probably asking, how are we going to tie together a place like Morocco and Colorado? And here's how we're going to do it. We're using today an absolutely beautiful, locally harvested rack of lamb. It's full flavored, grass-fed, grass-finished. Its appearance and presentation on the plate is incredible. Alongside that, we're using Moroccan olive oil and an absolute pile of spices, seasonings, and herbs. In Morocco, this blend is called Ras El Hanout, and it's different in every single household. It can include up to 21 different types of herbs and seasonings. Today, the Live Fire Republic version uses 16. And before they fall out of the bowl, I'm gonna show you exactly how to do this. Let's go. Now to build our Ras El Hanout seasoning, we're using a combination of chili powder, ground turmeric, and ginger, onion, cumin, and cayenne pepper, paprika, white pepper, and ground coriander, cloves, cinnamon, nutmeg, brown sugar, so you gotta keep things sweet, coarsely ground kosher salt, black peppercorn, and roasted granulated garlic. And finally, star anise. In star anise, a little goes a long way. While we've been preparing our seasonings, our lamb has actually been sitting out to rest and to rise near outdoor or room temperature. I want this about 68 to 70 degrees, and the reason being, I want it to cook quickly over the fire. Lamb, if it sits too long over the grill, the barbecue, and your smoker, etc., it becomes gray and starts to dry out. Now, when my lamb is closer to room temperature, I don't have to cook it as long to elevate it up to a beautiful medium rare. Secondarily, by setting it out, we're pulling and extracting the moisture from that fat cap, because what you really want is a beautiful, crisp, caramelized layer of fat on the exterior of this lamb. It's beautiful. With all the moisture sitting on the inside, you'll never get there. Just listen to this. It's perfect. Like, if I said it 100 times before, like, Colorado people, like, they know how to brew beer. This is ridiculous. I think we're on the face down brown ale. Doesn't necessarily sum up our whole trip, but let's see. Here we go. Not shabby, huh? Cheers. There you go. Okay. World Beer Cup Gold Award. That's not bad. Now to side with our lamb today, we're preparing a sweet Moroccan couscous. And why do they call it couscous? Because it's so nice, you gotta say it twice. That's at least, that's what the camera guy says, right? That's right, Alex? Yes. I think we've actually said couscous so nice. Levi, you would agree?
I would agree.
Okay. All right, so for our couscous here today, we're actually gonna be using lamb stock, and couscous, while not a grain, is a pasta. It's gonna be beautiful, fluffy, and we're gonna integrate in there medjool dates. We're gonna have some tangerine, roasted pistachios, some flat leaf parsley, a bit of olive oil, and who knows, maybe a secret ingredient at the end. To dress up our couscous, we're going with 4 super Moroccan flavors. We're going with dates, apricots, pistachios, and parsley. All right, let's put the finishing touches on our couscous and pull this salad together. In only a matter of minutes, our couscous is beautiful and fluffy. Look at that. Look at the steam rolling off. That's amazing. Now, we're gonna start in with a couple glugs of olive oil. This is really gonna add a beautiful bit of richness into our couscous. Next in, chopped dates and apricots, followed by pistachio and parsley. To finish, you might recognize this, our secret ingredient, the seasoning, the ras el hanout we used on our lamb. One of the things that I love to do when I'm cooking is I love using similar ingredients in different ways throughout the course of a cook. We're gonna have ras el hanout, these bright, warm, spicy flavors all through our couscous, paired up with the sweetness of the apricot and the dates, and the crunchiness and the salinity of those pistachios. Now that our couscous is prepared and set aside, it's time to check out this lamb. Look at the tack that's developed around the exterior of the fat cap of the lamb. It's exactly what we're looking for. We don't want to lose any of those spices, those seasonings to the fire or the grill grate. This is gonna be money. Let's get it on the fire. What I love about these super simple rustic campfire grills is they actually have an elevation feature. We keep the grate down low to sear and we lift it up high to slowly roast and bring it to temperature. We have about 10 to 15 minutes more on this lamb. We'll let it rest for 7 to 10 minutes and then carve them into medium rare, beautiful lollipops to serve alongside our couscous. Now lamb, I never cook with the lid closed. It's a perfect recipe for an outdoor area like this in Pueblo, Colorado. All right, I always say cook to temperature, not to time. And the time on this has been about 2 beers, but the temperature we're looking for is about 120 to 125 degrees Fahrenheit. What we're gonna be using is an internal digital temperature thermometer. So in we go to the fattest portion of the lamb, and there we are. We're at about 122 here, 124 here, 123 to 25 there. Frankly, that's phenomenal. So we're gonna pull these bad boys off. They're gonna rest for about 10 minutes. We'll allow the proteins to reconstitute, come back together, suck those juices in from the exterior of the lamb, and then we're gonna carve them. Check out that crust. How money is that? Boom! Those are Moroccan lamb chops right there in Colorado. Okay, it's time to serve up. We have a hungry crowd here at camp. We have our zester / knuckle scraper and tangerine. A perfect finish here to this dish. We're just gonna drag the zester right across that tangerine. It's gonna add a really beautiful bit of vibrance and freshness into our dish. Vibrance, that's a word, right? Freshness, that's a word. Brightness, that's a word. I feel good about all those words. Here we go. Amazing. We want to stay away from actually the rind. We're more so looking towards the zest, the outermost layer of citrus. That's what we're looking for, right across the top. Super beautiful. Done. Yeah, we've had a crazy day here in Pueblo, Colorado. It's been so much fun cooking this lamb over the fire. It completely took me back to cooking in the Atlas Mountains of Morocco outside of Marrakesh. And so fun to do so alongside several very good buddies. But listen, if you guys enjoyed this episode, do a couple things for me. Number one, hit the like down below, smash that subscribe button. Always get those bells on so you don't miss a single episode. And for this recipe and hundreds more, get at me at livefirerepublic.com. Until then, let's smash. Can I say? That's stupid. Stay hungry. Concerned, like actually the couscous could be like the dark horse of this could be the dark horse of the episode, the couscous. We spent our time finding Colorado lamb. We found Colorado lamb. This dark horse might be the couscous.
It's all about the couscous.
So nice. So nice. All right. We're gonna feast. Feel like we came a long way to not feast tonight, right?
We better be.
You better be feasting.
We came a long way to not fish.
We did come a long way to not fish. Good point. Good take.